O'Sullivan family have been living in complete hell since 22-year-old Jack left a party and has never been seen or heard from since. What should have been a fun night ended in a mystery that no one can make sense of, and it still haunts Bristol to this day. While TikTok and YouTube are flooded with amateur sleuths and psychic theories, today we're focusing on verified facts surrounding Jack's disappearance. On the 1st of March 2024, 22-year-old Exeter University graduate Jack O'Sullivan left his home in Flax Boughton in Somerset, UK at 8:20 p.m. He took a bus to Bristol where he met with 3 friends at Wetherspoons. For those outside of the UK, Wetherspoons is a chain of pubs located throughout the UK and are known for their cheap prices and casual atmosphere. From Wetherspoons, he headed to a birthday party at a flat in the Hotwells area. All was seemingly going well. Jack messaged his mum at 1 a.m, reassuring her that he's okay and not to wait up for him as he'll get a taxi home. But shortly before 3 a.m, on the 2nd of March, Jack left the party alone, beginning a confusing and chilling trail of events. At 5:25 a.m, Catherine woke up and realised that Jack hadn't returned. Instinctively, she knew something was wrong. Catherine and Jack's dad, Alan, tried calling and texting him, but got no reply. At 5:45 a.m, they checked his phone's location. It pinged at an address on Granby Hill, just a few roads from the last CCTV sighting. His phone then remained active on the network until 6:44 a.m. Catherine and Alan even visited this address in Granby Hill, but Jack wasn't there. They then contacted police. Initially, they were told they would have to wait for their son to be missing for 12 hours before they'd take any action, which I can understand in terms of costs and resources needed, and I'm sure that most people return within those hours. But speaking from the point of view of a mum, this just blows my mind. Imagine your child being missing and you knowing that it's out of character for them, combined with a gut feeling that something isn't right. It would just be absolute torture then having to wait that amount of time before being taken seriously. Not to mention all of those crucial first hours in locating someone just gone. It makes my heart ache to just think about it. But Catherine was frantic by 11 a.m, so police reluctantly took the missing person report. That evening, officers told the family that CCTV showed Jack to be near the river, and they assumed that he'd fallen in. But the next day, a different officer told them not to treat that assumption as fact. This contradiction ignited Catherine's fight to uncover the truth for herself. Jack was spotted walking around on multiple CCTV cameras, possibly looking for a taxi. Some websites state slightly different times for the sightings, but I'm going to go off the times found on findjackosullivan.co.uk, the official website dedicated to his disappearance. So after leaving the party, Jack headed south down Christina Road and was spotted on CCTV at 2:53 a.m, crossing the Junction Swing Bridge. He continued down Brunel Lock Road, spotted again at 2:57, and then down Grenfell Place, which was the last confirmed CCTV sighting of Jack, at 3:17 a.m. Police believe that Jack had fallen into the river at some point on his journey, but Catherine points out the fence next to the river, highlighting it's not possible to just simply fall into the water here. He'd have had to have climbed the fence. Catherine's sheer determination to find her son didn't allow room for this theory. She fought to view CCTV footage that might have captured more of Jack's journey that night, and she was eventually successful in doing so. A figure can be seen here, crossing the Plimsoll Swing Bridge, that Catherine is adamant is Jack by his distinctive walk. Because of the 8 minutes between the CCTV captured around Grenville Place and this image on the bridge, she believes that Jack may have realised that he was heading in the wrong direction when he was alongside the river, and so turned back on himself, then headed along Brunel Way across the bridge. Just moments before this clip, Jack attempted to call a friend who was still at the party. She returned the call 10 minutes later, and Jack answered with a single hello, then silence. The line stayed connected for about a minute, but no other sound was heard. Then finally, at 3:39 a.m, he is spotted again, this time along Bennett Way Slip Road. possibly heading back to the Hotwells area where the party was. This was the very last potential sighting of Jack. Police pursued their theory of Jack falling into the river, with dive teams searching extensively, including the use of dogs on the water, but their efforts have shown no results. So with no distinctive evidence for this, and especially no body yet found, the family aren't willing to accept this scenario. They are doing everything possible to locate their son and brother, to retrieve any possible answers that they can. Jack was last seen wearing a khaki Barber jacket, a cream lamb's wool knitted jumper, navy chinos, and brown Ralph Lauren trainers. And with him that night, he was carrying all of these items, which include an iPhone 11 in a red case, a Peugeot 108 key fob, and an Apple AirTag in a brown case. None of these items, however, have yet been found. The family thought that his AirTag would solve this case and locate their missing son, but unfortunately reports show that the tag wasn't registered correctly, so it yielded no results. This is despite the family claiming that Jack had showed them it working before he left for the party. Only 3 months in, the family filed a complaint to police for mishandling the case, following their loss of faith in their ability to locate their son. But why? Police had failed to register Jack's case onto the missing persons database for 2 months after his disappearance. Catherine has since had people telling her that they may have had Ring doorbell or even dashcam footage from that night, but because police hadn't issued public requests within 60 days, their footage was tragically overwritten, therefore missing a crucial window of opportunity. On top of this, the areas that the family suggested to search near his last sighting were dismissed as being outside of the perimeter, and police have refused to share areas that they've already searched, as well as Jack's phone data retrieved from his network provider, despite the phone being registered to the parents. All of these missed opportunities led the family to seek help from elsewhere, as well as carry out searches for themselves. At 14 weeks, investigators uncovered a disturbing detail. Private investigators questioned the party guests, and it's not known exactly how it happened, but they revealed that Jack smashed his head against the stairwell. It's unclear how accurate this is, or how significant it may be in Jack's disappearance, but police were unaware of it until then. To this day, Jack still remains missing. There are no confirmed leads, no concrete evidence, and no closure. Catherine believes that her son may have gotten into a car while trying to flag down a taxi. A disappearance in itself is just heartbreaking, but to disappear into thin air without a trace, it's just unimaginable to think what the family are going through. The investigation has since hit a standstill. Jack's story hasn't made mainstream headlines in months, but online, it's people like you keeping this case alive. So please share Jack's story, share his name, his photo, his poster. Let's keep his face seen. Both Catherine and Alan are living any parent's worst nightmare, and with no evidence to say Jack is no longer alive, but equally no information to say where he is, they're feeling stuck. They're convinced that someone must know something, especially with likely 400 vehicles passing through the area while Jack was walking around on the 2nd of March 2024. It's not exactly normal to see someone walking alone between 3 and 4 a.m, something that would likely catch your attention. Someone must have seen something. The family are offering a £20,000 reward in hopes of someone coming forward with vital information in their son's case. If you think you know anything at all, no matter how insignificant you think it might be, please find all of the relevant contact details down in the description and also pinned in the comments. Catherine has said, "Despite being sent messages that we should face reality, that we might not see Jack again, we are not prepared to give up on our son and brother. What family would?"